How does the narcissist regard sex? Part 2. In Part 1, I explained that part of the way that we regard sex is coloured by the background of the concept of romance, love, intimacy, and sex that is portrayed through media, through popular culture. I understand all of this. My kind, the narcissists, understand all of this. Some of our kind, a small percentage, very small percentage, do so in a conscious and aware manner. We are the greaters and the ultra. The vast majority of our kind understand this in their unconscious as part of their deep-seated narcissism that operates on their behalf, almost like a background operating system. I understand exactly what you have come to expect from the sexual and romantic relationship, and in so doing, this enables me to knowingly and willfully adjust my manipulative behaviour to give you exactly what you want. You see sex as the gateway to love and intimacy, and I know that. My kind knows that. We have no issue with this. We will go along with it. I do not believe it. I do not feel it. But if it enables me and my kind to dupe you so that you fall in love with me, become attached to me, bound to me, easy to control, and so that you spray me with admiring positive fuel, then I will readily buy into this illusion and create it for you. Why don't I believe in it? Have I not emerged in the same world as you? If this conditioning has taken place and made you regard sex and love in a particular way, why then has it not been the same for me? The answer is because I emerged into a completely different world to you. In my world, I regard sex purely as a device. The feelings that you attribute to it have been denied to me. I do not have those feelings because they do not serve any purpose for me. I must assert control, and I must harvest fuel. I must acquire character traits and obtain residual benefits. This means that not all of the things that you attribute to sex are applicable to me. This might cause you to think that since that is the case, then would I not remain chaste? Would I not refrain from having sex because it doesn't generate the same reaction in me as it does in you? That is a valid question. I do, however, know from listening, watching, and questioning what it means to you, and therefore I know that sex provides me with an excellent opportunity to use it to control you. I get what I want. I gain the control. I gain the fuel which gives me the power. I know that providing you with fantastic sex, passionate sex, whereby I say all of the things that you have been conditioned to expect to hear, then you will fall for me, that you will come under my control, that you will give me the fuel, that you will be bound to me, and you will not want to let go. I use sex as a weapon. I use it to trap you. I actually find the whole act, on the whole, mundane. The intimacy that you enjoy from it horrifies me, because I reject intimacy. I have no desire to become so close to somebody, as it will not serve any purpose for me. I gain nothing from it. Indeed, I see that it would present a potential risk to my control of you. Fortunately for me, because I attach you to me and I do not attach to you, the intimacy is never there. It never forms. It is just feigned. This rejection enables me to avoid the risk of taking such a step for the betrayal that will surely come, and that will threaten my control of you, the provision of fuel, and lead to my consignment into oblivion. Yes, I derive physical pleasure from the sexual act, as I have a physical reaction from the application of a body part as against mine. This stimulation will evoke a physical reaction in me, which feels pleasant in the same way that masturbation feels pleasant. There is nothing beyond that. When I or any other narcissist couples with somebody, the sensations that we feel are similar to those when we masturbate. You should understand that on a physical level, that is all sex feels like to me. The narcissist is in effect using somebody else's body parts to masturbate. Your mouth, your hand, your vagina, and or your anus may as well be my hand. It is a mechanical act. The physical sensations I experience when I am inside you are no different to when I masturbate. If you think there is anything similar to the emotional sensations that you experience when you have sex, or, as you might prefer to call it, make love, then you would be entirely wrong. There is no sense of connection with that person, no deep-seated desire, no sense of feeling deeply in love. I am not lifted to some higher spiritual plane by this coupling. I do not feel like the rest of the world has melted away, leaving only you and I. Of course, I might say that in order to control you, and indeed, a mid-range narcissist is very likely to say such things, believing them because his narcissism makes him believe it. I do not feel a huge spiritual connection with you, although I may lie and say that is because you want to hear that. I know about such expectations and feelings because this is what your kind tell me that you feel, and I am more than content to repeat these sentences to you and to other people because this is what you want to hear. I do not feel them, however, and I know that I am lying. Where these matters are said or spoken of by the lesser or mid-range narcissist, they truly believe them. But they too are lying, but they are unaware of it. There is a physical response to the touching and the caressing and no more. Were it not for the response that I obtain from you and the necessity of that response, then having sex with another person will be entirely pointless. I may as well masturbate and be done with it, if the only thing that I had obtained from it was a physical release. However, I do achieve far more from the sexual act, or the withholding of the same, because I control you, I gather fuel, I feel powerful. I know you don't gather those things, because you have told me what sex does for you, and those words are never mentioned. You get satisfaction, a sense of release, a sense of closeness, of intimacy, a sense of feeling good, a sense of feeling love and loving, a sense of togetherness, a sense of being at one, all entirely different from what me and my kind get from sex. Sex with another person is a mechanical act. We go through the motions. The act is not about acquiring some deep emotional connection between us. It is about us achieving the following: impressing you with formidable technique, the assertion of control over you, the gathering of fuel from you because of your reactions to the sexual acts, heightening your addiction to the narcissist, creating a dependency upon me, creating something which I can then remove in order to control you further and provoke the provision of fuel. We use sex as a method to further our aims. I do so knowingly. Lesser and mid-range narcissists do so unwittingly. There are, of course, other ways of achieving the prime aims, but few, if any, are as powerfully as effective as sex. If hugging engendered the same result, I would become a world champion hugger. If playing chess with you gave me the same outcomes as sex does, then I'd be a grandmaster. Do not think that sex is special for us in the same way that it is for you. It isn't. It's a tool, a highly effective tool, that we will wield in all manner of differing ways in order to get what we want. It is special to us in the sense that it gives us the control over you, the provision of fuel, and makes us feel powerful. You are merely an addition to the process of control and fuel. Perversely enough, I have often been told that when you make love with me, you feel like you are merging with me and becoming one. I agree. You are becoming one with me. I am subsuming you within me, because you are my appliance. I have attached you to me, and we are becoming one. You supply fuel, and I consume it. You submit to my control, and I maintain it. It is a perfect match, and sex is a prime way of achieving that. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.